From the dawn of humanity, we are trying to understand the universe. We make the laws, theories, equations to understand the universe. The four forces runs the entire universe according to modern science. In the first video of this series, I have told the history from the Aristotle to Kepler's planetary laws of motion. You will get the link from the description. The four forces of nature that governs the universe are: first, the gravitational force. The gravitational force is the reason of the falling of an apple to the revolution of the planets around sun. Second force is the electromagnetic force. All the electrical appliances, magnets, are running on the laws of electromagnetism. Third is strong nuclear force, and the fourth is weak nuclear force. These two forces is the reason behind the nuclear interactions. Hello friends, I am Dhey Tumar and let's start the video. The story of gravity starts with the famous scientist Sir Isaac Newton. He was born in 1643 in England. I will not talk about his biography. I will make the series of the biographies of all scientists. When the Isaac Newton come home in the holidays of school due to the disease of plague, his mind light up with an idea of gravity. There is a small story behind it. One day Isaac Newton was sitting under the apple tree. When an apple falls on the Newton's head, he asked himself why the apple goes downwards, why it does not go upwards. As an answer of this question, Newton discovered gravity. We all know this story about Newton. This story is a myth or reality, I will not say about it. But my personal opinion is that the Newton was wondering about these questions since his childhood. The questions are somewhat like that. Why and how the planets revolves around the sun? Why objects always fall downwards? He asked his colleagues and professors about that, but no one can answer about it. At that time there was no idea about the gravitational force. All are saying that there is some kind of mystical force behind it. In the search of the answers, Newton studies the previous discoveries and theories, such as the theory of Galileo and Kepler. He passed months and years thinking about those questions. When he was in the garden, an apple falls. Soon he realized that that is the same force behind the falling of an apple and bind the planets in its orbit and to make revolves the planets around the sun. For 3 years he worked very hard. He was working 18 to 20 hours a day. Newton wanted to calculate the motion of planets and many other things. But at that time there was no higher mathematics from which we can calculate the motion of planets. So what did he do? He invented calculus. In the mathematics there is one mystery. Is mathematics invented or discovered or both? Answer your personal opinion in the comment box. With the help of calculus we can measure instant speed of an object. Let's try to understand the gravity. The gravitational force between the two objects is directly proportional to their masses, means one object has mass m1 and second object has mass m2. The gravitational force between them F is directly proportional to m1 times m2. And the force is the inverse of the distance square between them. Then we can say that the gravitational force between the two objects is equal to gravitational constant times mass of the one object times mass of the second object divided by distance square. We have to take the distance between the two objects from their center. From this small equation, Newton unified the terrestrial to the celestial. From the equations of Newton, we can calculate the force between the two objects. We can calculate the motion of a falling object. We can answer why the tides come in the ocean. We can calculate the orbit of the comet and many other celestial things. Newton shows that how gravity works, but he did not know the cause of gravity. When the people ask him what causes the gravity, Newton answered, I don't know. Newton published his famous book Principia in 1687. Newton put all his discoveries in this book. Gravity cannot be completely understood in just 5 minutes. It is just the introduction of it. In the further videos of this series, I will tell you all about gravity from the Newton to Einstein. In the next video, I will tell you about the difference between the big G and the small g and more facts about Newtonian gravity and the introduction to Newton's laws of motion. If you haven't subscribed the channel, subscribe it and press the bell icon so that you get the notifications regularly. Thank you for watching this video.